My partner confessed she was unfaithful. "I needed a real man," she said with a smug grin. My friends backed her up. I just gave a faint smile, grabbed my keys, and walked out. By morning, my phone was flooded with 32 missed calls. Looking back, the signs were obvious, like puzzle pieces scattered over the last few months of our relationship. But after 3 years together, you tend to trust your partner. At least, that's what I told myself. It started with little things. Sarah began staying late at work more often, which wasn't odd during peak seasons. Then came the unfamiliar scent of perfume, new outfits I didn't recognize in our wardrobe, and her phone becoming an untouchable relic always within reach. I've never been the suspicious type, but something felt wrong. The way she'd flinch when I tried to wrap my arms around her while she texted. The calls she'd take outside, claiming they were about work. The sudden girls' nights with names I didn't know. Last Monday, while I was sorting laundry, her phone screen lit up on the table. A message from someone named Alex flashed, "Missing you already. Last night was..." The rest was hidden, but my gut sank. I didn't want to be the guy who checks his girlfriend's phone, but the clues were screaming at me. That evening, when she got home, I confronted her. She was blending a smoothie in the kitchen, acting like everything was fine. The hum of the blender filled the room as I stood by the doorway watching her. "Who's Alex?" I asked when she switched it off. Her body stiffened, but then she did something unexpected. She smirked, not her usual warm smile, but something sharp and victorious. "Took you long enough to notice, David," she said, sipping her drink. "Alex is my boss, and yes, I've been sleeping with him for 2 months." Her casual tone hit like a punch, no remorse, just a strange pride. "I needed someone who's driven, who takes charge," she added, her smirk widening. "Not someone wasting weekends gaming with Tom or watching dumb movies." I stood there, absorbing her words. 3 years, and this was her true opinion of me. Beneath the shock, a strange calm emerged. "Does Lisa know?" I asked, thinking of our mutual friend who introduced us. "Oh, she's known for weeks," Sarah laughed. "Most of our friends do. They get it. Alex can offer a real future, not just empty promises." That stung more than the betrayal. Our friends, who we'd shared countless memories with, had been complicit, probably mocking me behind my back. I opened my group chat with Tom and Lisa. "Is this true? You all knew?" Tom replied instantly, "Man, you're awesome, but Sarah needs someone more successful. Don't take it personally." Lisa added, "We didn't want to upset you, but maybe this is the push you need." I looked up to see Sarah watching me, that smug grin still on her face, waiting for me to lose it, to give her the dramatic scene she could gossip about later. Instead, I smiled, a real calm smile that seemed to unsettle her. Without a word, I went to our room, grabbed my pre-packed duffel for weekend trips, snatched my laptop and keys, and headed out. As I passed the kitchen, Sarah's smirk wavered. "Where are you going?" she demanded. "Out," I said simply. "And Sarah, keep the place. I'm sure Alex can cover the rent." She started to speak as I shut the door, but I didn't wait to hear it. My phone buzzed with messages, likely our friends trying to justify themselves. I drove off, turned it off, and felt an unexpected wave of relief. Sometimes, losing it all shows you what was never truly yours. Update 1. Thanks for the overwhelming support on my last post. I never expected it to resonate so much. It's been a chaotic week, and I'm still piecing things together. I've been crashing at a modest motel just outside town. It's basic, but clean, and the owner, a kind older man named Frank, cut me $20 off the weekly rate after hearing my story. I powered my phone back on after 2 days of silence. 32 missed calls, 47 texts, mostly from Sarah, some from Tom and Lisa, and a few from unknown numbers. What stood out, though, was the flood of social media notifications. Sarah had been busy crafting a narrative. Her Instagram stories painted me as a possessive, jealous boyfriend who controlled her every move. She claimed I'd emotionally manipulated her for years, cut her off from friends, and thrown a fit when she stood up for herself. Her posts had hundreds of supportive comments, including from people I considered friends. The highlight? A tearful video claiming I'd financially exploited her by insisting we split bills evenly while I hoarded my money. Ironic, since she earned more and demanded that setup. Then came a text from Emma, a longtime coworker. "Check your email. Something's circulating at work about you." Sure enough, there was a company-wide email about fostering a safe workplace with a subtle jab at recent troubling behaviors from unnamed employees. The timing was no coincidence. I should have been furious. Maybe I should have fought back, shared my side, but instead, I was curious. How far would she go? Very far, it turns out. Yesterday, I stopped by our local cafe, thinking it was a safe spot since Sarah always trashed their coffee. Wrong. The barista, usually chatty, gave me a cold stare like I was trouble. Later, I learned Sarah had become a regular, spinning her survivor tale to anyone who'd listen. But then things took a turn. While grabbing clothes from storage, I ran into Claire, Sarah's supposed best friend. She looked anxious, checking over her shoulder. "Be careful," she whispered. "Alex isn't just her boss. His wife. She's powerful, connected, and Sarah's been telling her you're unhinged, maybe even dangerous." "Why tell me this?" I asked. Claire's eyes flickered nervously. "Because this isn't new. Before you, there was another guy at the company. Sarah and Alex did the same thing to him. He left town. That shifted everything. I spent the night digging, court records, social media, anything. There was indeed a guy, Ethan, who vanished from online platforms around the time Sarah joined the company. This morning, my landlord called. Sarah tried to take my name off the lease, claiming I'd abandoned the apartment. When that failed, she told him I'd been threatening her. He warned me because his cousin had faced something similar years ago. Then came the real bombshell, an Instagram message request from an unknown account, profile picture showing a polished woman in her 40s dripping in high-end jewelry. The message was brief. "We should discuss my husband and your girlfriend. Coffee tomorrow? Mrs. A. I'm meeting her in an hour. Something tells me Sarah's real man story is about to unravel further. The strange thing? Watching Sarah weave this web of lies, seeing our friends take her side based on nothing but her words, it's freeing. Every cruel post, every crocodile tear, every twisted story just proves I'm not losing anything worth holding on to. Update 2. Apologies for the late update. The past 2 weeks have been a whirlwind. That coffee with Mrs. A total game changer. She'd been collecting evidence for months, not just about Sarah and her husband, but a whole pattern of misconduct at the company. Claire's mention of the guy who left town? He wasn't the first. Mrs. A had records of at least 3 similar cases over 5 years. Young employees getting involved with her husband, then helping him silence anyone who might expose them. This time, Mrs. A wasn't staying silent. She had texts, emails, expense reports, even parking garage security footage. But she needed one final piece: public exposure. That's where the company's annual gala came in. I hadn't planned to go. Why would I? But Mrs. A had a plan. "Sometimes," she said, "the best way to win is to let people reveal who they really are." The gala was at a swanky downtown hotel. I showed up late, dressed sharper than ever. The stairs were electric. Sarah nearly spilled her wine, and Alex's face went from flushed to pale in seconds. Lisa, tipsy, approached first. "You've got some guts showing up," she slurred, loud enough for nearby groups to turn. "After what you did to Sarah?" I just smiled. "What I did? Tell me more." That's when Emma, my co-worker, stepped in. She'd been quietly gathering her own proof. Screenshots of Sarah gloating about her victory in work chats, recordings of her scheming with Alex to control the narrative. "Actually," Emma said, raising her voice, "I think we'd all like the truth." What followed was like a house of cards collapsing. Mrs. A, perfectly timed, walked in with a tablet and the projector accidentally started displaying incriminating messages and photos. Sarah scrambled to keep her story intact, but the real show was Tom. Loyal Tom, who'd been recording everything on his phone, hoping to impress Alex later. Instead, he captured Sarah's epic meltdown. "You think you're so smart," she screamed at me. "You and that bitter hag trying to ruin my life." She claimed Alex loved her, that they'd build a future together. That's when Mrs. A dropped the final blow. Divorce papers, already filed. Alex had fed Sarah the same empty promises he'd given others. Same playbook, different player. Claire, silent all night, finally spoke up. "I helped her," she confessed to the hushed room. "I helped her ruin that other guy's life. I can't do it again." By midnight, the gala was over. Sarah stormed out, makeup smeared. Alex was holed up with HR. Our friends who'd believed her couldn't meet my gaze. As I left, Mrs. A grabbed my arm. "Thank you," she said, "for not running." I drove back to my motel, feeling oddly at peace. Frank, still up watching TV, took one look at me and grinned. "Good night?" "You could say that?" This morning, my phone's been buzzing again, but the tone's different. Apologies, excuses, people swearing they never bought Sarah's lies. Even Ethan, the guy who left town, messaged me. He's been following the drama through old contacts. Sometimes karma just needs a stage. Final update. Here's the final chapter of this wild ride. Grab a snack. It's a lot. The fallout from the gala was bigger than anyone predicted. Within 2 days, Alex and Sarah were forced to resign, but that was just the start. Mrs. A's evidence? A gold mine. Falsified expense reports for Alex's dinners with Sarah, emails plotting against co-workers, manipulated performance reviews. She handed it all to the board. The company's legal team acted fast, more worried about harassment and financial fraud than the affairs. Both Alex and Sarah now face civil lawsuits. Ethan, the guy who left town, came back with his own evidence, records of the smear campaign Sarah and Alex ran against him. He'd kept it all, but didn't know how to use it until Mrs. A connected him with her lawyer. He filed his own lawsuit 3 days later. Then others started coming forward, former employees with their own stories, their own proof. What began as one scandal snowballed. Sarah tried to spin it with another tearful video, claiming she was the victim, manipulated by Alex, and now unfairly targeted. That's when Claire stepped up, posting the private chats where Sarah bragged about her schemes and mocked her targets. Last week, Sarah showed up at my motel. Frank called me at work. "That girl you mentioned? She's causing a scene in the lot." I took my time getting back. She was perched on my car, tears smearing her makeup, clutching a folder. "I have dirt on everyone," she threatened, voice shaking. "Help me stop this, or I'll ruin them all." I laughed. "Go ahead, burn every bridge. See where it gets you." She threw the folder at me. Photos, screenshots, messages, her leverage from years of manipulation. I photographed every page while she watched, then handed it back. "Do what you want, but look where your last plans landed you." People like Sarah hate when their own tactics are used against them. She ripped up the folder right there, screaming we'd all pay. Someone filmed it, and it went viral within hours. Yesterday, Mrs. A's divorce was finalized. She got the house, cars, most of their assets. Alex's severance package, eaten up by legal fees. His reputation, shredded. His career? Good luck with that Google search. Sarah's reportedly moving back with her parents out of state. Her social media's gone quiet. Our friends are facing their own consequences. Backing the wrong side has a cost. Tom sent a long apology text about being a better friend. I replied with a screenshot of his old messages supporting Sarah. He blocked me. Typical. Lisa's panicking, worried Sarah's screenshots might tank her career. I almost feel sorry for her. Almost. As for me, I just signed a lease on a new place, landed a promotion at work. Funny how cutting out toxic people clears the way. I'm seeing someone new, taking it slow, doing it right. The best revenge isn't scheming, it's thriving while others self-destruct. But I won't lie. Watching it all collapse was pretty damn satisfying. This is my last update. Thanks for following along, Reddit. Karma doesn't need your help, just a spotlight to show people's true selves.